What's up, guys? Welcome to Youth Camp 2023. It's gonna be a good year. Let's go! Nope, did that wrong. Gotta go forward. Some of you might ask, well, where do I go to register? I'm glad you asked. Here at Youth Camp 2023, registration will take place here in the Tabernacle. Some might ask, why am I on a golf cart? It's because I can. I am a leader. I do whatever I want. Leadership. I know Youth Camp is going to be awesome this year, and we've got some amazing leaders to help out. Here's one of them. Stupid, why don't I? Not even a pro athlete. Hey, here's one of them. Ah!
Just say no. That means no to other activities in the summer because you want to say yes to church camp, and we are so glad that you did. Sit. Woo! Greetings, counselors. I cannot wait to meet you all in a few short weeks. I'm Renee, and I am the camp counselor director, and I'm here to serve you. You should have received an email earlier from me going over a few things, including introducing our camp theme, which I am so excited about, Dominion. So I want you to use your imagination and pretend that you are in a train yard. I want to share an analogy that I read written by Professor Dr. Aaron Perry at Wesley Seminary. And I want you to envision camp as a train. We're in the business of ministry training, and that involves making sure we're all on board. I want you to feel equipped, I want you to feel cared for and ministered to, so you in turn can minister to our teens at a camp. Okay, so picture this: the train is starting to take off, chugga chugga chugga. Okay, and maybe you're only holding onto that train with the handle. Maybe you've slipped on the step and your foot's like stuck. Maybe you're just jogging alongside that train, right? You're gonna fall off, and that could be really painful. I want all of you to feel comfortably on board riding on our camp train. To have you all on board is our goal for camp. So number one, I want to help you know our why. What's our mission? Why do we do what we do? Why do we do activities and competitions? What do our speakers talk about? Okay, so our why is allowing camp to be a springboard into transformation. Like once they leave camp, where does it go from there? Our mission for camp is to make sure every single student feels welcome, known, and loved by us and by God, and to provide opportunities for students to encounter Jesus in a really meaningful way. Number two, we also know that for you to be on board, you need to feel equipped as a counselor. That includes learning our day-to-day schedule, our activities, okay, how to lead discussions, and you're going to receive sexual abuse awareness training also that will help you recognize and make our environment safe. If you have not taken the training in 2 years, you should receive a link in an email from Ministry Safe. Not from me, but from Ministry Safe. So let me know if you do not get it. You know, I'm sorry, but we live in a broken world and we have teens that are dealing with these situations. We will have a licensed counselor camp who will give you some tips on handling students who come to you with thoughts of suicide and depression. You are not expected to handle this alone. We have trained personnel available to assist in situations like this. And you have youth pastors to help with you as well, okay? Number three, to make it on board, you need to know who your seatmates are on the train. Who do you turn to if you need help? So besides Shelsta, who is our counselor, we have our nurse, Tyler, and then the rest of the staff. And so day one is Pastor Mark, and he takes care of all the scheduling for day one. We'll send out a schedule for you. The second person I'll introduce to you that will come after Mark is Jaena, and she will tell you what the rally looks like. And then there's Funny Sonny, And he will tell you what the morning shows will look like and the devos. And then Jesse, who's in charge of activities, explaining what team competitions are for and where to meet and go with those, along with how do you do the Bible verses and add up points. And Zach, the very last person, our caboose, is our director, and we'll just go over kind of some general things. He'll just do like director stuff, whatever it is. So Mark, I'm passing this Frisbee on to you. Don't let it hit you in the head.
Oh, what happened? Oh, it knocked off my glasses. Who threw this? Oh, it's my turn for camp. I'm Pastor Mark, and I am your day one director. I just want to make mention of a few things that's going to be happening on day one that I want you to be aware of. The first is registration. As you come into camp, you will be greeted by a welcome team that is going to help you get to your destination and pray with you. And as they direct you to the tabernacle, that's when the registration process will begin. At the tabernacle, there will be 2 check-in lines. One for specifically counselors only, and the other for specifically students only or campers only. And make sure you go through the counselor line as well, for there will be a packet for you that will be valuable information, as well as you'll need it for later, which at that time you will know your cabin, students will receive booklets, as well as you will get your camp t-shirt going through these registration lines. There's also a short line for those students that have medications, and a camp nurse will be there to receive those. After you have found your cabins and you have checked in, you will have a little bit of free time until 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is important because there will be a meeting for counselors and counselors only. After you come back from the meeting, you will go into a time of camp rules led by Zach McConnell. He will guide you through the game, or the rules for camps, and then we'll dismiss to supper time. After rally time, and after you've gone through a couple other things in the day one schedule, you will come to a time at 8:30, which is right after rally, of introductions into teams, as well as an activity that Jaena will go into more. Hey, we look forward to seeing you at camp, and these Frisbees are dangerous. So Jaena, watch out.
What's up? My name is Jaena. I oversee all the creative aspects at camp. There's 2 things I want to talk to you about. The first is you're going to be on teams all throughout the week competing to win the big prize at the end of the week. Jesse's going to talk to you more about that later. But the reason I bring it up is that one of the things we have you do is create a team flag. Here's an example of what one looked like last year. This year, to keep with our theme Dominion, we're going to do family crests. They'll still be flags like this, but we're changing the language a little bit because we're going to lean into the medieval aspect. If you've ever watched a TV show set in the medieval time period, or you're a fan of that time in history, you know that they had family sigils. And these were used to help people to identify with which family or group they belonged to. So at the beginning of the week, you and your team are going to create a team flag, a family crest, using your team color and the icon we give you. Here's some examples of what those will be like. This will be an opportunity for you guys to unify around a common family symbol, and it'll also be a chance for you to empower your more artistic students to serve and to use their gifts for your team. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second one is this. We are a Christian camp, and we do lots of fun things, and we have a blast every single day, but we also really want to create opportunities for students to engage with God and to respond to what He's calling them to. So every night we will end with a rally, and we'll have worship with our awesome worship band, and we'll hear from great speakers who will lead us through the Word. And there's 2 things that we ask of you as counselors in this time. First, help lead your students in this. Help them to stay engaged, to listen well, to actually take in the information that's there. And the way that you can do this best is the second thing, worship. You get to worship in this time too. In the worship through the music, as you sit and listen, as you receive the Word, you get to take in just as much as you get to give out. The same Holy Spirit who wants to meet them there during the week wants to meet you too. So allow God to speak to you, allow Him to fill you up, to empower you to continue to serve students throughout the rest of the week. So those are my things for you. I'm going to pass this on to Pastor Sonny. Hopefully he'll catch it.
Why am I inside on such a beautiful day, you ask? Well, I heard that there are people throwing frisbees around. Quite frankly, I don't want to get hit. And I'm not sure how I would even throw it to the next person. I can't play frisbee golf to save my life. Am I concerned? Yes, I'm concerned. Why would you ask that? Oh, you didn't? Well, you should have. What else are you asking? What does the morning show look like? You would ask that, wouldn't you? Look, I thought it was obvious for you. It's in the name. It's in the morning, and it's a show. Guess what though? We're going to get some of you up in the front, so practice your smile. I'll tell you how that works later. Just be prepared. Be a little nervous. Just know, it's a battle. Also, Sarah and I will have the final say even if you win that battle. Why? Because the theme is dominion, and this is our domain. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Boom. Yeah. Oh, there it is. And we make the rules. And if you say you're exempt, just ask Stephen Martin how that turned out. I know he wrestles bears, but you gotta follow the rules. All right. Heads up, Jesse.
Thanks, Sonny. This Frisbee is amazing. It's traveled through multiple states. It can travel through buildings and travel through walls. So, quite a Frisbee. My name's Jesse. I'm here to talk about rec. And so, one of the things we got going on at camp is you will see that we're going to divide the students up into different teams. So there's 8 teams, and almost everything revolves around competition. So in these 8 different teams, they will get prizes or points for competing in various activities, winning various activities. One of the things we do throughout the week is they will have a list of memory verses that they can say to certain people, and they will receive points for their memory verses. So at certain times throughout the day is when they can say their memory verse to certain pastors. Also, this year for rec on Tuesday is going to be a huge chunk in the afternoon from 2 to 6 is just big rec games. So we're going to play, I believe, 4 different games throughout the day, again for points. But then on Wednesday and Thursday, the students can sign up for electives and kind of get their own choice as, do I want to play this? Do I want to do art? Do I want to do a puzzle room? Do I want to do the zip line? So they're going to sign up for those activities. And in those activities, they can win points for their team. If their team signs up for 9 Square or Newcomb and their team wins, they will get points for that. So that's what rec looks like. A lot of points being given out, a lot of competition, varying degrees of athletic ability involved in the competitions. And then at the end of the week, there's a big grand prize for that winning team. Gets Buffalo Wild Wings on Thursday night. There's also prizes throughout the week, so each team that wins that day also gets a prize. So there you go. I'm gonna throw this Frisbee to Zach.
Youth Camp 2023, it's on its way. We hope you're excited for it because we are excited for it. If you don't know where any of the facilities are, hit this video right over here. It's gonna help you all about Cedar Canyon. Until then, we'll see you soon. Why am I out of breath?